students, welcome back to our online classes with Best English School and with me, your English teacher students. So students, today I will teach you something, a new topic that will give you some type of relatable knowledge, and in this topic we will discuss about the grammar portion. So in the grammar portion there are a lot of other activities also. For example, comprehension, for example, the writing skills. So in this video, we would like to do the writing skills part, students. So in the previous video, students, I have already teach you about the story writings, right? So how to write a story and a long description. So today in this writing skills, I will teach you something different, okay? So whenever you will start or we will talk about the writing skills, so we just think or we just assume that writing skills means a lot of other activities, like for example notice writing, then story writing, report writing, and other more and more activities are also there. So one of them is it a diary writing, D-I-A-R-Y, diary writing. So in this video, students, I would like to teach you about the diary writing. So students, let's get started. Sit it quietly, babe, and we can do start. So today we will like to start our subject English, grammar, and the topic is diary writing, students. Okay? So let's get started, students. So you can see in the screen or in your blackboard right now that this whole description I have to explain you right now. This whole part I will explain you. Then afterwards I will make you write one example, a small example also, and one big example also. Because the children who are watching it first time, so you should have to start from the small part of the diary writing, obviously. And then the students who have already know that how to write a diary writing, they can be seen the long description of this diary writing. Okay, students? So we will like to start, and we have to write 2 more examples of this diary writing section. Okay, students? So let's do it. Come with me. So students, we would like to start from over here. Okay? So let's see. Diary entry is where we express our personal thoughts, feeling and opinions in our own ways. So students, diary writing is one type of entry that we express our thoughts, express our feelings. We express our personal thoughts, feelings and opinions. Means you can say, students, that if you doesn't want to share your feelings, your thoughts with someone else, so in fact of that you can write it in your diary, students. आप अपनी फीलिंग इजीली डायरी में लिख सकते हो, क्योंकि किसी को पता भी नहीं चलेगा और आपकी जो फीलिंग है वो आप किसी से शेयर भी कर सकते हो. तो ये यहाँ पे किसी से कौन है? डायरी आपका फ्रेंड होगा. डायरी आप उसमें लिखोगे अपने थॉट्स, तो डायरी किसी को भी नहीं बोलेगा. एंड द डायरी विल डेफिनेटली एंजॉय योर फीलिंग्स, and diary will keeps your secrets also, students. So you should always write the diary, in my opinion, students. Next we will see that a diary is a book with spaces from each day of the year, in which we can write down things we have to do in the future. So students, diary entry is all about the spaces. This spaces of the book, means diary is one type of book, right? So each of the day, means पूरे साल का, means full years, each of the day we have to write the diary. Because if you will write the diary, your feelings would be expressed to the diary, right? So write down. We should write down especially things we have to do it. हम लोग ऐसे भी कर सकते हैं, students, each of every year which what we wanted to do it in our life, in our future, students, in our future. So we have to write it down in the diary. So whenever you will open your diary, so you would be focused on that with what you have to do it in your future. Means what is your aim, what's your aim, what do you want it to change in yourself, and other some things that your morning routine, your night routine, anything that you wanted to write it by your own self, you can write it in your diary, students. And obviously you can write it about your future also, students. Why? Because if you have already think about that what is your aim, so you can easily do it by your own self, students, right? So that's the point, future. So you should have understand this whole pattern and introduction. This one is the whole introduction of the diary writing, students. Now we will discuss about how we can write the diary writing. Okay, because if we will knew that how we can write the diary, so that would be very easy for us to write it in a diary, in our own personal diary, right? So let's see this one. Points to remember. What type of points we should have to be remember? Means हमें जो story writing की तरह जैसे मैंने आपको points लिखाए थे, same to same we will do that one in this diary writing, students. So diary writing, the points are these 5 points are there. Okay, over here these 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points are there that is necessary to write a diary writing. Okay, so let's see the first point, students. Day, night, day, date and time should be written on the left hand corner of the page. So students, day, time and date, these 3 is very important in the diary writing. So these 3, day and time, we should have to write it in the left side. Okay, in the left corner, left hand side of the page. Okay, when I will see you the format, when I will make you write the example, so we can see that this one easily. Okay, so our first one is done. Now we will discuss the second one. The second one is wanted to tell us that we can choose to add a suitable heading. Obviously, if we are write or diary writing, so there should be a heading also. That if this one is not compulsory, you can write it or you can write it not. It's your opinion. But in the points to remember, this one is a very important point to remember it. If you wanted to choose a suitable heading, so you can choose it widely and you can give a heading in your Dear Diary section. Okay, students? Now we will see the third one. So the third one is contents can be written in an informal style. So contents means the topic that you are writing in the diary about your date and time. So the contents, CONTENTS, this content should be written in informal style, in a very good pattern, because whenever you will reread the diary of your own, so we will remember the memories, right? आपने जो भी लिखा होगा कुछ टाइम के बाद आप ओपन करके देखोगे, so आपको वो सारी चीजें याद आएगी फिर, definitely, students. So diary writing is also one type of memories that we will reload it whenever we would be read that one portion one more time. Okay. So the contents that is necessary, students. The third is complete. Now we will see the fourth one. Words like dear diary. Words like dear diary can be used in the beginning. Means whenever you will start a diary writing, whenever you will write a diary, so you can write dear diary. Means in the first step you can say that you are writing a dear diary section, because your dear diary is your friend. While we talk to our friend, like we say now, yes, my friend, you are my friend, I will share you everything. As similar as that, students, diary is wanted to write a diary, it is your choice. That is not compulsory that you have to write this one, students. But if you will write it, so you will feel it. The diary is your friend, students. So that would be better, and you will interestedly write everything, each and every portion of your thoughts that you wanted to tell someone, but you can't tell someone. So that's the reason you can write it in your diary, students. So you can use Dear Diary in the beginning, students. Okay. So up to 1, 2, 3 and 4 we have completed. Now we will see the fifth one. So the fifth one is that there should be a logical flow of thoughts. Obviously, diary is about the thoughts that you are writing. So in the line, thoughts is having a very important role, students. Thoughts, I mean, there should be a logical feelings, a logical thoughts that should be flow. मतलब आपके मन में जो भी चीज़ें आ रही हो उस टाइम या उस दिन आपके साथ कुछ हुआ हो और there something happy should happen to you, towards you, with you, so you can write it very fluently, very fluently in your diary, students. Because आप fluently लिखोगे, logical flow of thoughts means that बिना कुछ सोचे समझे आपको जो भी लिखना है, आपको जो भी कहना है, वो आप clearly डायरी में कह सकते हो और लिख सकते हो. That's the point to write a diary writing, students. So this were the students 5 points that should you all have to be remembered. So that is necessary. These points are very much necessary while you are writing a diary writing. Okay. So now we will see the last, that what the diary writing that should be occupies. So students, over here you can see that many people like write diary writing. Means a lot of people used to write a diary writing. बहुत persons को, बहुत peoples को diary writing लिखना पसंद है. क्यों? क्योंकि वो अपनी feelings को express कर सकते हैं. They can share their thought. They can share express their feelings in the diary without hesitation. Because no one can see that diary, right? Next, a diary is a record of one's private thoughts. Obviously, private, then thoughts. Our diary that we write it. See, ये जो diary हम लोग है लिखते हैं. The diary is a record of one's private thought. Means the diary is a private thought. Means हमारे खुद का private thoughts. We can write it in the diary. Obviously, without any hesitation, and that records our feelings, right? That whenever after 1 or 2 years you wanted to reopen that diary of, for example, 2017 or 2018, and you have written right now you wanted to see that, so you can see that many people like writing diary. So they can, it's a record. So whenever you will reopen it, so you will just watch it out very carefully, right? Now, keeping a diary is a good habit. Obviously, keeping a diary is a very good habit because you can write it whenever you wanted to write, wherever your emotions are there, what you are feeling, you just have to flow it out on your thoughts and you have to write it in your note diary. Okay? So that's the reason a diary is a very good habit. Each and every day or particularly in a couple of days, you can write the diary. Some situation according you can write it the diary. Some incidents have been occupied, so you can write it the diary. It's your option and it's your flow that whenever you will write the diary, so you just have to flow on your thoughts, students. You just have to share your thoughts with the diary, students. Okay. Now, students, this were the whole introduction that I have understood you. I hope that you have understand the diary writing, that why we write the diary and why it is necessary to apply it in our good habits, students. Okay. So now we will do the exercise part. I have told you that we will do the 2 parts. First one would be the short one and the next one would be the little bit long because of the students' criteria. Okay. So now we will see the exercises. Okay students, I will give you some question and then we will solve it together. Then I will make you understand that what is definites and how the diary writing have been written, format and the description, then how we should have to end the diary. Okay students, so let's see the exercise part students. Now we will see the examples of how to write a diary writing students. So this one is the first example. So let's see this one. Study the following examples. So this one is the first. Okay. This one is the first one. So students, firstly this one I have written over here, Monday 12 November 2015, right? So this one is day or date, right? That I have already given you. This one first you have to write Monday 12 November 2015. Yeah, obviously you have to write the year also. So Monday 12 November 2015, this one is day and date. Okay, so day and date is compulsory and we have to write that side. Whenever you have to write it in this side, okay, left hand side. So this one is the day and date. Now 6:15 p.m. 6:15 p.m. So this one is obviously what? Time, right? This one 6:15 is a time, 6:15 p.m. So firstly students, you have to write the day and date, and then you have in the afterwards next line you have to write the time. Then you have to start the whole diary. So one more thing I have told you in the points to remember, that you can write dear diary also, right? So after this you can write it in the next line, dear diary. But in this example I have not written the dear diary because sometimes you write it or sometimes you never write, right? So that's why you have to write this one. Then you have to start the whole diary, that you have whatever you wanted to write it, what's your feeling about it, each and everything. So I have written over here one example. So we will see that this example what is about. So I made a serious mistake. So students, I made a serious mistake this afternoon. I shouted at Meena when she teased me. So I made a serious mistake, मतलब मेरे से एक गलती हो गई, that कि मैं मीना के ऊपर चिल्लाई, why? Because she had teased me. उसने मुझे चिढ़ाया. She is a close friend. Means she is a very close friend. She has the freedom to tease me. Obviously, a close friend is always tease you. आपको आपके जो close friend है वो हमेशा tease करेंगे, right? So that's the point. She told that my close friend will tease me each and every time. She has that authority. But I was in a bad mood at that time. But I was in a very bad mood at that time. I was irritated by her words. Means I was very much irritated by her words. बहुत ज़्यादा जब गुस्सा आता है तो लोग ऐसे बोलते हैं ना, irritated. So these lines were written in the diary. Remember that? When I shouted at her, she simply smiled and was quiet. Means when I have shouted at her, she was simply smiling and she was quiet. मतलब वो जब उसके ऊपर चिल्ला रही थी तो वो उसकी जो क्लोज फ्रेंड थी, she was simply quiet and she was smiling. How tolerant she was. What a nice girl. Means how good or how nice girl she was. See over here there is exclamatory mark over here also, students, and obviously over here. So this exclamatory mark exclaims that they were talking about close friend, right? Means how she is such a good girl. I am very sorry indeed for what I did. Means I am very much sorry that I have shouted him. Means these lines were written in the diary. I must cultivate self-control. Means I must cultivate means मुझे अपने self-control में थोड़ा सा control रखना चाहिए. I should not be in a flow of anger, but I should have to be self-control while someone is very sweet in front of me. So this whole diary, only these few lines is written. I have made you write this one. Then afterwards, when you have completed the whole diary, that whatever feelings you have wanted to write it in the diary, you have completed that one. Then lastly, this one you would like to write. Disappointed by myself. Means at that particular time, what type of feelings are you? It's joyful, it's very saddy. So you have to write this one also, that disappointed by myself. Obviously, वो अपने से disappointed थी, right? So you have to write this one as a feeling. Feeling, students, right? What type of feeling you are just absorbing at that time? So that you have to write the feeling. And the lastly, but not the least, students, you have to write it your name. So I have already written the name Durga. Okay, so Durga have written this one in her diary. So Durga would be the writer's name, students. So Durga would be the writer's name. Okay, so students, this one is the diary writing. The first diary writing that I have made you write. So one more time we will revise it. Firstly, students, you have to write the day and date, like while I have written it out. Then you have to write the time, at which particular time you are writing it. Then you have to write the whole diary, your feelings, your thoughts in your diary, students. Okay. Then you have to write the feeling, which type of what feeling you are occupying in your mind or in your heart while writing this diary. मतलब आप जो ये डायरी लिख रहे हो उसमें आपको किस तरह से फीलिंग आ रही है, क्या आप सोच रहे हो, किस तरह से फील कर रहे हो, you are joyful or you are sad. So you have to write it this one. So I have written disappointed by myself. Obviously, because she had shouted. Obviously, she has shouted to her close friend. So that's why I have written disappointed by myself. Then the writer's name I have written Durga. And if you are writing it, so you have to write it your name, students. Okay. One more time, one more thing I wanted to clear it, that this day and date and time while you are giving a test in your school, so you don't have to write the particular date and time while you are attending the test. You can write any date and time, because I really don't know that in your test examination, right? But yeah, students, if you are giving the test and in your test paper they are having a diary writing, so you can write it indefinite date and time or time, okay? But while you are writing actually a diary, मतलब आप really में एक डायरी लिख रहे हो, तब आप जो डेट है, जिस दिन में आपने वो डे है और जो टाइम में और जो डेट है, वो जो टाइम में आप लिख रहे हो वही टाइम आपको एग्जैक्टली लिखना होगा आपकी डायरी में. ओके स्टूडेंट्स, एंड यू हैव टू राइट इट योर नेम ऑल्सो, स्टूडेंट्स. दैट बोथ आर नेसेसरी while writing the diary writing. Okay students, so this were the first diary writing. I hope that you have understand the whole diary pattern. Okay students, now I have in the starting, while I have started this video, I have told you that I will make you write the right? So students, I have done the first one, but there is a twist behind it. The second diary writing would be in the next video. Okay, so that would be a very remake. Means first I will do this one, and with the second example of the diary writing, that would be revision, right? आप second example में diary writing से लिख सकते हो, सीख भी जाओगे और आपका revision भी हो जाएगा. तो जो second diary writing में आपको लिखवाऊंगी students, you have to wait. You all have to wait it for the next video of grammar writing skill diary writing part 2. So I will definitely come with the part 2 of diary writing students. Okay. So students, still there, this one is the diary writing, first diary writing, and your homework is that students, whatever I have written over here in the blackboard, whole thing, the description, the introduction, the format, this diary, you all have to write it in your notebook students. Okay. And one more thing, you all have to understand it also, because now I will give you a lot of homeworks of how to write a diary writing. Okay students, so that is your homework. You have to write this one in your notebook. Okay students, and now it's my turn. I have already told you that I will see you in the next video with the part 2 diary writing. Okay, so I hope that you have liked my video students, and if you have liked my video and you have understand that what I am explaining you, so you just have to do 3 things students. Just do it. Why? You have to do like, share and subscribe my channel students. Okay, because if you will do that, I will be very much joyful students. Okay, so I will see you in the next video. So till there, bye bye and have a nice day students. Stay home and stay safe and love your parents students. Bye.